Yo, what is up everyone, Jay here, back again with another Fire Emblem Heroes reaction video to this month's Mythic hero that just dropped, and it is none other than the Book 5 original character, Otr. This MF is finally playable. So, King's brother here, and we all kind of expected him to be the Mythic. I was kind of holding on hope that it would be Medius or Athos maybe, but I'm not complaining because I can continue to save orbs for Legendary Marth's remix when he returns. But yeah, Otr here, I'm not a huge fan of his character personally at all. But it's cool that he's finally playable because he's an Axe Cavalier. And there isn't many premium Axe Cavaliers in the game at all. So he's going to add to that pool that is scarcely populated. So here he is. And I'd say he's a pretty alright unit. He's nothing spectacular. He's an anima defense mythic. Which, you know, is obviously helpful for defense. But like I said, in terms of unit, I don't think he's amazing. But let's just go over his kit. He comes with Judo Cavalry 4, so for all the arena heads out there, this is going to be a coveted skill, so he's going to be able to help all your favorites like Titania and what other Axe Cavs, Frederick, to score really well in arena and stuff like that. I mean, I can pull this for my Gru Marth, but I don't really care for arena that much, so I'm definitely not going to pull for this. But for those who care about arena, you can definitely get the Judo Cavalry 4. And then he also has Flow Refresh and Attack Defense Menace. So his fodder is amazing all around. 3 really good skills right off the bat in all of his slots. And then his special is Brutal Shell. So this is just like his sister Regan's Sather Shell, I think. Yeah, it's pretty similar. Except this time it's Luna off the bat. So at the start of turn 1, he'll be able to have that nice quick burst damage. So that's pretty good for him. And then his weapon. So his weapon has changed actually from when you fought him in the story maps. In the story maps, it was just called that axe, or whatever its name is. I don't even try to pronounce that. I'm probably pronouncing a lot. I probably have been pronouncing a lot of stuff from Book 5 wrong, so I apologize. But yeah, Lofhaether, whatever. I don't even know. His axe here, it used to be just that, and now it's auto axe. So this axe gives him a flat attack +3, gives him Canto, just like Regan, through turns 1 through 4. And then if he initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, which is obviously a really easy condition, he gets attack +6 to unit, and then also inflicts attack -6 to the foe, and then he makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. Now, interestingly, in the story maps, he had a different weapon, like I mentioned, and it had different effects. So it's only slightly changed. Before, in the story maps, he would have an impact effect, but now it's changed to a guaranteed follow-up, which is actually better, I'd say, because he's really slow, and he really needs that guaranteed follow-up attack to just get doubles and kill. So I'd say that's better than impact, even though impact on a Cavalier is, you know, more unique because Cavaliers can't get impact skills. But still, I'd say this is better for him because it really synergizes well with Flow Refresh, so he'd be able to double through, you know, wary fighter units and all that jazz. So yeah, so that's pretty good. His kit synergizes well. Attack Defenseman is pretty self-explanatory. I mean, his whole kit is pretty self-explanatory. His weapon isn't anything crazy. And he's a defense mythic, so he has Canto on defense, which I'd say is not as good as Canto in your own hands, because when you're on defense, your units aren't being controlled by you. They're being controlled by the AI. So Canto can kind of be not that great when the AI is controlling it. So, I mean, it can definitely help, but it's not amazing. You know, Canto is obviously ideal when you are controlling the unit, but obviously on Aether Raid's defense, you can't control your defense heroes. So, yeah, he's still going to be a decent unit, of course. I mean, like I said, he is a premium Axe Cavalier, and there isn't many other ones. The only other ones really are Summer Sheeta, who's the best one in my opinion. He also has Canto, and then you have Pirate Veronica. So, yeah, so it's cool to see him in Axe Cavalier class, because we have been getting Axe Cavaliers this year, but they've all been free Grail units, and, you know, non-premium ones like Lex, and then we got Spring Saleh, Bleach and Chris, but they were all, you know, they don't have PRFs, except, well, Lex does, but he's not a top tier, like, meta influential premium Axe Cavalier, you know, like Otr here. So he's finally in the game, so happy for the fans of him. I'm personally not a huge fan of him. Book 5 has been kind of, personally in my opinion, it's been kind of meh. Otr here, so yeah, his character is pretty crazy. He's a really obsessed dude. He loves sucking that D. Fafnir. But yeah, here he is attacking with Brutal Shell, and like I said, there's going to be nice burst damage for him on turn 1. He can be I guess he could be pretty good at Gale Forcing if you can get it set up, even though he doesn't have -1. But it's like Regan. Regan doesn't have -1, but she can be pretty good because Gale Force and Kanto is always a good combo, pretty much. So here are the rest of the units on the banner. So we first have is Legendary Eliwood, who's decent. He's got a decent support unit. Bonus Doubler isn't amazing right now. Can't wait to see what kind of remix he'll get. But sorry, this is going too fast for me. So yeah, Legendary Eliwood, Altina, Legendary Leaf. Who else do we have? Yeah, Altina, there he is. Altina's decent. You got Legendary Celica, Legendary Chrom, who's amazing. You have Shannon, top tier archer. Another top tier archer, Claude. A Legendary Claude, Marianne, who's a solid blue mage. Valencian Paula, Valencian Camus, or Zeke, should I say. And Legendary Byleth. So this Mythic, in terms of the overall units, I'd say is pretty good. But only in a couple of colors. So colorless, I think either colorless or green are the best colors. Colorless these days are always... It always seems to be the stacked because there's so many top tier colorless units. You got Legendary Leaf, who's one of the best bow calves in the game. You got Shannon, who's one of the best infantry bows in the game. And then you of course have Legendary Cloud, who's probably the best. Yeah, I'd say he's the best flying bow user in the game because Fallen Star is just crazy. So colorless, I think, is easily the best. And then next is probably green because you have the new Mythic, Otr, with all that amazing fodder. Then you got Legendary Byleth, who I think is the best green mage in the game, green infantry mage. With that amazing support and just be able to counter Fallen Edelgard and Beasts in general with Sublime Heaven. So he's amazing. And then you also have Legendary Celica, who's still a pretty good green mage, even though she's a bit older. She still is amazing with the Seraphim Tome and just having really good offenses. She also has good fodder, so Sparrow 3 and attack speed Oath if you want to get both of those. So I'd say colorless is the best, then green, and then blue, because blue has my boy Zeke, who's one of the better defensive lance caps, should I say, and then Legendary Chrom, who's obviously the best colorless or colored bow in the game. He's still crazy, and then Marianne, who's a pretty solid blue mage as well, and she also has. I think she has. Does she have B-dual infantry? I think she does. Yeah. So there's actually a lot of dual skills on this banner. You got Marianne, you got Otr, and then you also have Valencian Paula, who has R-dual flying 4, I believe. So yeah. And I was just going to get to that. So red is probably the worst color, sadly. Red is often a dud, I feel like. Eliwood and Altina, they're okay right now. They're not amazing units. Altina, I'd say, is better than Eliwood right now because she can still Vantage sweep for you. Because Vantage, even though it's not as good anymore, Hardy Bearing isn't as common now. So you can still kind of maybe get a sweep off with Altina and Aether Raids because people aren't really expecting Vantage strats as much these days, but still. And Twin Blades is an amazing special, so she's a pretty good unit, but she's nothing amazing. I wouldn't say she's top tier or anything right now at the moment, but she can still do work. I'd say more than Eliwood here because he just pretty much provides bonus doubler and that's it. And then Valencia Paula is an amazing sword flyer, giving you R-dual flying, having the adaptive damage and the brave, Lady Blade, and Kanto obviously as well. So that's pretty much all the units. Like I said, I'd say green or colorless vice versa are the best color to go on this banner, then blue, and then red. So yeah, this banner is pretty self-explanatory. Otr as a unit was pretty straightforward as well. I mean, just take a look at his kit. I mean, just my opinion, I don't think he's amazing. And the fact that he has a dual cavalry skill as a mythic is also pretty interesting. So definitely, incentivizing A skill here. I mean, they definitely could have given him a better A skill, I'd say. They could have saved this for some other regular pool unit. They could have given him something crazy. Some kind of new A skill to make him really stand out, maybe, but it's fine. I just, he's kind of, in my opinion, a little bit underwhelming compared to some of the other mythics we've gotten in the past, but, not every mythic has to be overpowered, that's fine. So, yeah, that is Otr, basically, and that's pretty much the banner. Let me know if you guys are going to be summoning on it. I'm going to be skipping this easily. This is one of the easiest skips for me, and I'm fine with that. I'm more than fine, because I need to save orbs for not Brave Marth, what am I talking about? I already plus 10 Brave Marth. For Legendary Marth when he returns in November, I think. So, yeah, so more saving for me. But yeah, that is pretty much the video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't for more Fae videos like this. I react and ramble to stuff and Smash videos, of course. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out and stay safe out there.